Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny Sun for a yearly astrological report. We begin with 3 Mercury retrograde phases, all happening in air signs. It is rare enough, but it is reported that the 3 annual demotions of Mercury will all be in air signs. Mercury, of course, is the planet of communication. It occupies all air signs from the beginning to the end of the year. This can be interpreted as dialogues and communications will be crucial in 2015. Misunderstandings may have originated from the cares of understanding, lack of tolerance to other people's ideas, and also misinformation. The last 7 Pluto Uranus square that happened in the conjunction that happened in 1965 on October 9th in 17 degrees Virgo, and it went into another phase on April 4th, 1966, 16 degrees Virgo, 28 minutes, June 30th, 1966, 16 degrees and 18 minutes in Virgo. The waning crescent phase that occurred on Uranus 15 degrees Aries, Pluto 15 degrees in Capricorn. Uranus, of course, is linked with sudden revolutions, information technology, new technologies, independence, but also anarchy. Pluto, of course, is associated with passion, the nuclear industry, who controls the rich. The plutocracy is a system of government whose power base is silver, regeneration, but also deconstruction, but also, better yet, construction on new bases. What to expect from the latest Uranus Pluto square that happened on March 17th, 2015. Personal initiatives related to new technologies. Uranus, of course, who questions the dominant economic model of the plutocracy, which Pluto, of course, is based on profitability at all costs, fair trade. Uranus in Aries amplifies the power of the internet, social networks, and squares to Pluto. It shows an extent of financial and political scandals, corruption. The case with Pluto equals nuclear. Uranus, uranium, the element of uranium. Uranus, of course, and Pluto, powerful control on new technology, iPhones, location, readings, messages, exchanging. It was a battle between freedom, new ideas, Uranus, and the dominant power in place, Pluto, often practiced by the elderly related to politics, Capricorn. Hopefully this last of the Uranus-Pluto square, the emergence of new global power and new global consciousness where every gesture, every initiative can be improved to a new situation that seems frozen. Uranus-Pluto resist. The Guantanamo should be closed in 2008. That promises of Obama. Nothing ended until 2014. The Fessenheim nuclear plant in France should have been closed by Holland. I think it will be done before the end of his term. The difficulty is that with Uranus and Aries, new ideals have difficulty finding common ground, as seen in the Green parties in politics. One trine descending, Jupiter and Pluto. The last Jupiter-Pluto that happened on December 11th, 2007, had 28 degrees Sagittarius. One trine with Jupiter descending 13 degrees Virgo. Capricorn and Pluto 13 degrees on October 11th, 2015. Jupiter and Pluto are the stars that link to power. Jupiter, of course, it has the concept of law. The combination of December 11th, 2007 corresponds almost exactly to the signing of the Treaty of Lisbon on December 13th, 2007, transforming the architecture of the European Union. Well, 2015, the questions are to lay out a treaty between countries in the European Union. The period of October 2015 is very profitable for all jurisdictions, international courts. You can have a start or an end of a trial with international impacts. In France, the contracts were signed between France and Libya in December of 2007. Conjunction cooperation is likely to continue with Libya. Social networks like Facebook, as in December of 2007, may try to sell its database with a square to Saturn and Neptune descending. The last conjunction of Saturn Neptune happened on March the 3rd, 1989, 11 degrees Capricorn. June 24th, 1989, 11 degrees Capricorn. November 13th, 1989, 10 degrees Capricorn. One square descending, 37 degrees, 7 degrees Sagittarius, the Saturn Neptune on Pisces, November 26, 2015. It was noted that historically the cycle of Saturn Neptune is related to ideas of the left and collective revolutions. It's often concerns with Russia and Eastern European countries. The conjunction with Saturn Neptune in 1917, what happened was the Russian Revolution. Conjunction with Saturn Neptune, again, 1953, Stalin's death. The conjunction with Saturn Neptune, 1989, was the fall of Berlin, of the Berlin Wall. The waning square in November of 2015 can curb Russia's desire to dominate the Ukraine and its neighbors. The global sanctions will hinder Russia if it is not more correct in his attitudes towards Ukraine. It will monitor all border conflicts with Russia, including in Georgia and Chechnya. The last Saturn-Neptune square that happened in 1998 and 1999 took place between the two Chechnya wars, so they slowed down Russia. The only opposition happening on Neptune and Jupiter, the last three conjunctions, Jupiter-Neptune, that happened on May 27, 2009, 26 degrees Aquarius. Then July 10th, 2009, 26 degrees Aquarius. December 21, 2019, 24 degrees Aquarius. The opposition with Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter, of course, will be in Virgo, Neptune in Pisces in 2015, September 17th. Historically, the Jupiter-Neptune cycle is often linked to the history of France. The Fifth Republic was founded with Jupiter-Neptune and sometimes pushed to the democratic, collective, and peaceful. The last Jupiter-Neptune was in the 1st of December of 2009. The entry of the force of Lisbon Treaty transforms the European Union. Some oppositions with Jupiter-Neptune that happened in 1914, the beginning of World War I. 1939, the start of the Second World War. 1990, the fall of the Berlin Wall. 2002, 2003, the rise of extremist party. The arrival of Jean-Marie Le Pen in the second round of presidential elections. Removal of socialists before the second round. 2015 will be questioning the Lisbon Treaty. Countries want out of the European Union. In France, the National Front has probably not finished its climb, but we see since March 2015 of the last Uranus Pluto square the emergence of a new planetary consciousness where every gesture and initiative is frozen. And this show's long. Second and third cross trine of Jupiter and Uranus. The last three conjunctions of Jupiter and Uranus happened in June 8th at 0 degrees Aries, September 19th, 2010, 48 degree of the Pisces of Fish, January 4th, 2011. Uranus is an analogy with the unexpected, revolutions, novelty, individualism. Jupiter is a star close up to the solar system. It amplifies good or bad, whatever it touches. The second and third cross with Jupiter and trine Uranus happened on March 3rd, 2015. Um, Jupiter 14 degrees, 35 minutes. With Leo, in Leo, Uranus 14 degrees in Aries. The next one will happen June 22nd, happening in Jupiter 20 degrees, Leo, Uranus in Aries. On the economic front, the stock level very large increases, followed by a decline, possible especially on clues about new technologies. The production of a new iPhone, a new computer, and operating system may be successful. Politically, all parties are favored. Ancestral institutions such as monarchies can be weakened. Great Britain, Belgium, a square descending with Jupiter and Saturn. The last Jupiter Saturn square happened January 28th, 2000 at 22 degrees Taurus. One square in Jupiter descending, 28 degrees, 17 minutes, Leo, Scorpio, Saturn, 28 degrees on August 3rd, 2015. In ancient times, Jupiter and Saturn were the most distant planets visible to the naked eye. For the ancient astrologers, Jupiter cycle Saturn conditioned the evolution of the world. Economically, the risk of failure of a treaty on the ecological and economic plan, trying to reduce pollution. Politically, accentuation of the differences between rich and poor countries. This year, 2015, is very close at the cycle. Jupiter Saturn of 1956. For 1956 and 2015, there was a waning square between Jupiter and Saturn in the same signs, 1 degree orb. June 22nd, 1956, Jupiter was 27 degrees Leo, square to Saturn, descending 27 degrees 18 minutes in Scorpio. On August 3rd, 2015, Jupiter will be in 28 degrees 17 minutes in Leo, square to Saturn, descending 28 degrees 17 minutes in Scorpio. So the year 2015 might look like 1956. The arrival of Nasser in Egypt, international crisis ensues, and Hungary, birth of non-aligned countries. The first place landed on the South Pole at the birth of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Therefore, risk of upheaval in Egypt, Pakistan, Hungary. Russian intervention abroad, who may be held back in November of 2015, square to Saturn and Neptune. Israel foreign intervention as in 1956. International associations to encounter the dominant economic system. Important discovery at the South Pole. Unless the emergence of a new global consciousness, which did not exist in 1956, where every gesture, every initiative can be improved. A situation that seems frozen can curb the warlike impulses. Do not count on politicians to get you out of trouble. Count on yourself, your initiatives, and your network of friends and acquaintances. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been a giving you a description of planetary cycles. One, I discussed Mercury going retrograde in 3 air signs. Discussed the Uranus Pluto conjunction. Now it's waning with a square. Jupiter and Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, all these planets. Thank you for watching.